Heading north on South Monomoy Island, you can see salt marshes and freshwater wetlands which attract a wide variety of migratory birds. Thousands of birds stop here every year along an ancient migratory pathway. Let's explore their wilderness habitat. Monomoy National Wildlife Refuge is a remarkably dynamic landscape, having evolved into a topography of rolling dunes, tidal flats, freshwater ponds, and salt and freshwater marshes. One thing, however, has remained constant. These ever-changing wilderness islands continue to be the ideal stopover for thousands of migratory birds. Species of waterfowl, wading birds, shorebirds, land birds, and seabirds make a temporary stop at Monomoy during the fall and spring migrations on their travels from as far north as the Arctic to the lands reaching the southern tip of South America. In 1944, Monomoy was established as a national wildlife refuge to protect breeding and migratory waterfowl. Owing to its permanent protection, isolation, and diversity of habitats, the refuge is among the most diverse waterfowl nesting sites in Massachusetts. In addition to mallard and American black duck, such rare species as gadwall, ruddy duck, sora, and others all breed on Monomoy, many of which are restricted to only 1 or 2 nesting sites throughout Massachusetts. Monomoy also supports extraordinary numbers of wintering waterfowl, based on data collected by U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service aerial surveys. A variety and abundance of shellfish provide an important food source for hundreds of thousands of common eider and numerous other species of sea duck, and extensive eelgrass and sea lettuce beds provide food for wintering and migrating brant. No matter the season, waterfowl can always find refuge at Monomoy. In addition to waterfowl, the refuge hosts vast numbers of shorebirds. The International Shorebird Survey listed Monomoy in the top 5 most important areas for shorebirds east of the Rocky Mountains, and the refuge is a unit of the Western Hemisphere Shorebird Reserve Network. Over 20,000 individuals from more than 20 migratory shorebird species pass through Monomoy each spring and fall, including sanderlings, black-bellied plovers, and the amazing red knot. In the fall of 2009, refuge staff began a long-term collaborative study to assess red knot habitat use on outer Cape Cod. Listed as federally threatened in 2015 due to climate change and habitat loss, red knots undertake among the longest migration routes of all birds in the Western Hemisphere, with a round-trip journey of over 18,000 miles, stretching from South America to their Arctic breeding grounds. The goals of this study are to investigate the health of migrating shorebirds and to learn about critical migratory pathways and stopover locations of red knots and other species. The study takes place on Monomoy's islands, where biologists trap shorebirds using cannon nests strategically set up on the islands surrounding beaches. International shorebird researcher Larry Niles is one of a small group of trained professionals to use this specialized method. While the process of cannon netting is, at times, tedious, taking several days of patience and careful observation, when biologists finally do fire the nets, a frenzy of activity ensues. Researchers and volunteers dash to the nets to carefully extract birds, sometimes exceeding 200 individuals per capture, for observation, testing, banding, and release. Shorebirds are marked using uniquely coded lime green color flags, so biologists can track populations during migration. A subsample of red knots is also outfitted with geolocators or nanotags to track their fine-scale movements for ongoing research. Each fall, smaller species of migratory birds visit Monomoy along their southward journey as well, the land birds. Hatchier land birds funnel onto the refuge where they rest in the trees around Monomoy Point Lighthouse, And for good reason, as these may be among the last perching trees for some species before they begin their transatlantic flights. Refuge staff partner with ornithologist James Junda, founder of the Monomoy Refuge banding station, to collect and analyze migratory landbird data. Fall migration monitoring is a standardized study undertaken annually using mist nets to passively capture migrants. It provides the basis for long-term trend analysis of migrating birds and helps inform refuge management decisions.
And the mass is 10.3.
Common captures include yellow-rumped warbler, ruby-crowned kinglet, tree swallow, and song sparrow. And rare captures have included the Philadelphia vireo and beautiful scarlet tanager. Not only providing essential scientific data, the banding station also serves to increase public interest and awareness of the refuge as a critical migratory stopover site. Monomoy is a dynamic wilderness, and with its unique makeup of secluded intertidal flats, marshes, dunes, ponds, and submerged lands, makes for ideal migratory bird habitat. We are fortunate to be stewards of these wilderness islands and waters, which play such a vital role in the survival of so many species. Protected in perpetuity, Monomoy will continue to serve as a beacon for our migratory friends on their incredible life journeys.